What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the second episode. Kind of get into it. Got a couple parts that came in. Got some detailing parts. Got some new parts for the Lexus GS300. Basically what I got going on is I got a brake bleeder vacuum pump kit. I did the LS400 big brakes on the car, and so I just want to make sure I get all that air out. I'm going to probably try to do that this weekend. Today's Thursday, but I'm also deciding about actually pulling the calipers off. I painted them, primered them, painted them with brake caliper paint, and then clear coated them. But unfortunately, I go through car washes a lot. I'm in the car wash industry, so I get a lot of free car washes wherever I go. Helps keep the cars clean. But some of the machines, sometimes they get a penciling nozzle, and for the NBA automatics, they're running right around 1100 psi. So if it hits that caliper paint, it's been just kicking it off. So I'm not sure if that's just because of how I painted them. Could be new to painting caliper paint, or just stuff like that. I hear a lot of times that this stuff flakes off anyways from just normal driving around, stuff like that. So I'm thinking about pulling those off and getting them powder coated. If I do that, then I'll probably wait on the brake bleeding, so I'll have to do it again once I get them put on. But other than that, I ended up picking up this 6-inch dual orbital polisher from Harbor Freight, along with some pads. Maybe see about getting this thing a buff, see if it'll refresh the black. I mean, it looks pretty good, but it's definitely a 6-foot car. Anything over, if you're closer than 6 feet, you see the oxidation, you see the swirls, you know, just all the nastiness on the paint. So hopefully you get that taken care of. But I did get a really cool part in. It's going to be this TRD slash Tom's Aristo style drill. It's got the actual, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. No, it's too dark. But there is the a TRD part number or Toyota part number. So this is I got this from an Up Garage, and I just ordered it through one of the websites, Grouper. And so I'm going to be prepping this and getting it sanded down and ready. And then I did buy some primer and some Duplicolor Perfect Match. Let's see if it focuses in. Black 202, which is the color match for the Lexus. And then I got some clear. Picked up a spray gun. See how that works. So yeah, gonna be working on that. Been trying to do a little bit of work every night when I get off work. Work right now has just been crazy, and I travel a lot, and so it's just been hard to get into the shop to really put a video together. Also got a just real quick, picked up this tire rack, tire holder from a buddy who no longer needed it. He picked up some pretty heavy duty industrial shelves that he's putting together for his race tires and stuff like that. So he didn't need it, so I got that for free. So I'm gonna figure out probably this weekend trying to get that set up somewhere over there, and yeah, hopefully get some of the tires off the ground, maybe put a board on top so I have some storage area up top. But yeah, other than that, the main thing is going to be also trying to test fit the new wheels this weekend, and hopefully, as long as the wheel studs and spacers come in, because I ordered extended wheel studs and then 15 mil spacers for it, and as long as everything goes correctly and I can mount it up and it'll clear the brakes, then I'll go ahead and reveal those. My big thing is I just don't want to reveal the wheels and then it turns out they won't work, or I can't fit out with major spacers, and so I've got to get rid of them or trade them off or anything like that. So so yeah, so I guess we'll get into it. I'm gonna start prepping the grill, getting it ready to sand down, and lay some tape out, cover the grill, the actual grill part of it itself, and then start sanding it down, get it ready for primer and prep, and yeah, we'll go from there. Alright guys, so I went ahead and I got it kind of all prepped up. I gotta fix a couple spots. I accidentally tore that. For the most part it's pretty good. I need to add a little bit more tape there around the edges, but for the most part it's all taken care of, and I can start sanding it down, taking the white finish off of it, and then getting it ready for paint. I was gonna try to just take the whole grill off itself, but I need to find these type of little clips. I'm sure they sell them, but before I just go ripping something off, because it does look like they're missing a couple have broken off. Let's see, there's another one, and so the top part doesn't get held on, so it kind of goes in. So I'm gonna have to figure something out on that. Not sure what I'm gonna do yet, but because I don't want the rest to break and then not being able to attach that anymore, yeah, so because of that, I'm just gonna leave the grill on for now. But yeah, let's all get in and start sanding this all down. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Saturday morning. I've been working on the Tom's V300 TRD grill for the GS300. Went ahead and worked on it last night a little bit, throwing down some more passes of black paint. I got it primed, got it cleaned up, and then I got black put on it. And then late last night and early this morning, I didn't get a chance to film it, but I got a bunch of clear passes put down, and this is what it's looking like now. There's definitely some orange peel. It's not the best, but I might sand it down and then wax it, but I think I'm just gonna throw it on. Like I said, I'll probably just have it get professionally done once I get the car redone, but for now at least it looks better black. So now we'll probably just go ahead and get the Lexus grill pulled off and get the new one put on, and so I'll probably start doing that. And then I've got to pick up a friend's car. She's got a leaking oil bolt from the oil pan that I need to get replaced for her. And then we'll probably start working back on the Lexus. Probably start getting bleed the brakes. That way it's at least better to drive. And probably pull them off or do something to figure out the squeaking issue, because that's really annoying when I'm slowing down. But yeah, let's get into it. So got the old one off, we got the new one there. You can definitely tell there's like orange peel and stuff like that, but it's not too bad. Alright, let's get a new one put on and installed. Alright guys, so we got it on there. Go ahead and put this out, take out the brace. Never be too cautious. Oh, looks a lot better. I'm liking it. It's too bad I've got all these rock chips on my head. And unfortunately it just happened when I went out of town the other day. I don't know what I got behind, or they weren't like that before, and then when I came back home, I parked the car and I looked and got chips all over it, but not bad. I also have, where'd I put it? I also have a TRD badge that I had on my Toyota Hilux, the little Toyota pickup that I'm thinking about. Oh, maybe sticking right there or something. I don't know. It's not. Oh, I guess it helps if I were something like that. I don't know. Doesn't look too bad. Obviously, it doesn't fit. It's not original. I'd like to get a Tom's badge, but that's gonna be super hard to find. But I don't know. Maybe in the future, something like that. But yeah, so for now, the grill's on there. Like I said, I need to get, I need to go pick up a friend's car. We did an oil change, but the bolt was really bad, so we ordered a new one because it was leaking before, and that's why she had a check oil light on. Or an oil light on, and so we did an oil change, but we also found it was a leaking bolt, so we ordered a new one from Mazda, got it in, we're gonna get it replaced, and that'll take care of her car for her, and then we'll get back to the GS300. So I'm gonna go pick up that car, come back. I don't know if I'll film anything with that because that'll be a real quick deal, but yeah, and we'll be back soon. Alright guys, so I'm gonna pull the caliper off and probably clean it up, get some brake clean the caliper, clean the pads, and just kind of go everything, make sure everything looks good. And yeah, spring's still, or the clip's still there. Let's see, clip's still there. So yeah, I'll just go through everything and see what we have. We can see the caliper paint's coming off. I go through car washes a lot, just because I work for a car wash company, and so I get free car washes at different places, but some of them have pencil nozzles, and at 1100 psi, it can definitely do stuff like this. So yeah, I'm probably gonna get these powder coated. I need to pull them off, get them prepped, and I'm debating whether or not to order like the powder coating gun and stuff like that. We got an oven, a spare oven here in the when we got new ovens in the house. We had an old one, so we put it here in the shop just for storage. But I'm thinking of getting that pulled out and oh, come on, focus. There we go. Thinking of getting that pulled out and getting it all ready. I was looking at the Eastwood powder coating gun, and it's like I think 139 bucks for a starter kit, plus the powder and stuff. But I'm thinking about doing that. If I don't, I'll probably just find out how much a local place here will powder coat them, get all cleaned up and prepped, and then take them down and have them get them powder coated. And I'll probably stick with the same color or close to it, a burnt orange. I kind of like that color, looks good on it. And yeah, so let's start by getting the rotor taken off, or the caliper taken off, and getting everything all cleaned up. So, got the pads. I might take them over and get some brake clean. And got a little bit of glue there. Okay, so I'm gonna take some brake clean, get them all cleaned up. Probably try to get the rotor taken, or the caliper taken off and hung up out of the way so I can get the rotor off, and just give it a good cleaning, and then get it all reinstalled and go back from there. So I don't know if I'll be able to film that just because I'll need two hands, and I'll be kind of in a tight space. So I'll probably go ahead and get that caliper all situated and then bring you guys back on. Okay, so the only thing I see is that I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but this side has a little bit of space to it, but this side is almost like it's butted up almost directly against the rotor. when it spins. So I don't know if that's what's causing my the rotor to squeak. Now the squeaking only happens basically 10 miles an hour and under when I'm slowly coming to a stop, or like coming up to a stop sign or a stoplight. I barely press on the thing, I get a high pitched squeak. But if I stomp on the brakes and come to a stop, it doesn't do it. Or 20 and higher doesn't do it. Doesn't make noise when I'm just driving normal. So everybody was like, oh, your shroud's hitting or whatnot, but it doesn't do it until I come to a slow stop. And I've checked the shroud, there's nothing that's hitting or anything like that. So best thing to do, like I said, is clean it. Fortunately, I don't have any grease, and I'm probably sure I need to grease up the back of the pads and stuff like that. But I'll do that when I have to pull them off, so I can get the other sets put on. So I got this back up on going, got everything tightened down, got everything safety clipped back in. So I'll get the spacer put back on, get the wheel put back on, and then we'll go ahead and get it dropped down and get the start the other side. Alright guys, so finishing up the day. I didn't get a chance to bleed the brakes, but I was able to get the front fender, driver's side, pulled and rolled. Really no damage. Still pretty smooth, so I think we did a good enough pulling. Tucked that inner fender liner in, and got all that taken care of. Cleaned up all the brakes, everything like that. Yeah, so right now, just for now, I'm just gonna test the car, make sure it's not really rubbing too much. If it's rubbing, just gonna have to park it again. I was not able to get the studs and spacers. I don't know if I mentioned that in the beginning of the video, but they just didn't work out to the right sizing that I needed, and so I have to order from somewhere else and go that route. So yeah, but we're gonna go for a ride right now, make sure the brakes are good. They should still be, just because of we didn't unhook them, but I wanted to make sure see if they're still squeaking or anything like that, see how we do for ride height, and we'll finish out this video. Alright guys, so we're now in the shop, car's all parked, everything's all taken care of. Fender doesn't look too bad. I don't think I really did any dimples. One right there, that damage was there. There's already some nicks and stuff like that in the car. Obviously the car is not perfect. Grill came out really good. I'm happy with that. Definitely need to give the whole car a wax, help bring out that shine. Now that we got the new dual orbital buffer and a bunch of different pads, try to hopefully get this car detailed, or at least cleaned up a little bit better. Like I said, in time for the show, it'd be nice to take this car, luxury versus the 8.6. I'm gonna have a buddy that's from out of town come, so it'd definitely be a nice time to visit with him in a nice car ride up versus yeah, smelling fumes and not being able to hear over yourself because of the exhaust and everything on the 8.6. So yeah, thanks for watching the second video. Hope this was a little bit better than the first one. Still working on the camera, holding the camera in my face. I'm not sure if I want to go between this or a GoPro. I have a GoPro Hero 3, and so yeah, just the different angles or how much more you can see in the video makes it easier with the GoPro. But I do like the clarity of my camcorder or my camera now. Yeah, so next video, hopefully I'll have wheel studs. Gotta mount up some stuff, get the garage, might start working on getting the rear end pulled out on the 8.6. Hopefully the, let's see, where is it, 8.6 drift shell there in the middle will be gone. Put it up for sale. It's I got it, was gonna put a motor into it, but it ended up by never happening. But the wheels don't come with it, but I've got it for sale for $500. Guy wants it. I guess he's got a drift shell that he trashed one of the events, so he needs another a body and frame, so he wants that one. So hopefully he comes through and gets it, and that'll free up some more money to kind of fund the project, or at least start it on the 8.6, so I've got some more content. And yeah, we'll see you guys later. Thanks.